Hey doing everyone, my name's Luxeley and I want to talk about all the hype and psych that's surrounding the new xpac, Battle for Azeroth. Maybe it's warranted, maybe it's not. We're going to take a look back at other xpacs and some of the hype that people generated, particularly with Warlords of Draenor the Fun, which is unquestionably the worst expansion in World of Warcraft history. I think if we did a survey, most people will say Warlords of Draenor the Fun is the absolute worst xpac. But before anybody experienced the xpac, we went to BlizzCon, we saw the trailer, we saw the features, etc. And I thought it'd be kind of interesting for me to have a few drinks here and fart in everyone's breakfast, because that's kind of what I do. I just have to point out some of the hype and some of the excitement that was surrounding Warlords of Draenor the Fun going back about, whenever it popped up, which is about 3 or 4 years ago now. Let's take a look back, okay? And I have Michelle here with me. Say hello.
Hello.
Michelle's going to go over some of these comments that people made after they saw the initial trailer for Warlords of Draenor the Fun. This will save WoW. This will save World of Warcraft.
What do you think that part of this will be from World of Warcraft? Like, what character would be the best for this?
I don't know, but it's going to save World of Warcraft.
I mean, what do you think? Like, what character would be the best character?
Doesn't matter. It's going to save World of Warcraft. It's going to save it. It's going to bring it back from the dead. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Or am I crazy?
Crazy.
You know, I'm going to regret that I sold my WoW account. I hope this turns out to be a shitty game, or else I'm going to have to start to play WoW for the 6th time. I mean, if you quit something 5 times, chances are you have a problem, right?
Yeah. Like, if he quits 5 times, why would he just go back to the game and quit again? That doesn't make any sense. Just quit the game, go to a new game.
Exactly.
Go to a new class.
Exactly. He quit 5 times. He even sold his account and he got money for it, we think. For all we know, he could have got Skittles for it, right? He could be incredibly stupid, or, I mean, but we're talking about somebody who quit 5 times. He's got an addiction.
Like a allergy person who, is a moron, like a crazy moron person.
There's a lot of that in World of Warcraft, right?
Yes. So maybe he's good for a character in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, so he probably fits right in.
Yep.
I'm so freaking pumped. It means he's really, really, really excited. Don't you think it's wrong to make people excited? Don't you think they're kind of not using their brains? Yeah. Like, let me give you an example. You know how dogs are always happy to see people,
yeah,
which is a very good thing. And you could go up to a dog, right? And you could say, "You're a really stupid dog." And the dog would wag his tail and get all excited because he just reacts to the stimulus. And that's what people are doing here. They're just not using their brains. They're just completely seeing just all the positive and jumping into the hype without using their brains. And what do we call those kind of people?
Hypothetically, dummies.
Dummies. And how could we recommend them get help?
By them actually tie him up for my decision. Tie him up to a chair or whatever. Put a dog right in there, right in their face until they say a bad word. Then they keep putting the dog in the face until they say something right.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
ASPCA. What's so funny?
I'm sorry. Good Lord, the nerd inside me is screaming. What's a nerd?
It's when someone's weird, and for example, if they love something on the TV, and it's not even interesting, and they like it like a commercial, and it's really, if it stinks bad, and they're it, and that means they're a nerd, like a TV nerd.
Are nerds, well, nerds can be good, nerds can be bad, but he's saying that this is appealing to the nerd in him. This is making the nerd in him scream. And I don't know if I would listen to this guy. Would it be smart for us to listen to this guy or no?
No. I think he's one of those nerdy people that's the leader of the nerd squad.
I have dreamt about this, but I never knew it would turn real.
Maybe he's like Maybe he's like saying that he, in his dream, like pretty much he saw like a picture of it, and then he like fell asleep, and then he dreamt about it, and then when he woke up, then he was like on the computer, and then it actually turned real on the computer.
So he thinks World of Warcraft is real.
Yes, but it's not.
Well, don't you think that's a little bit of a problem if he thinks World of Warcraft is real?
Yeah, because if you actually say, like, in the world, no one, like, if it's a costume, then yeah, like, it's a costume, like, a World of Warcraft on the characters. But if you actually see outside, there's nothing that looks the characters of World of Warcraft. There would be wars, but not World of Warcraft wars.
So what kind of help could we suggest this person gets?
Like a physical help?
Organism.
What do you think that means in World of Warcraft?
I really don't want to talk about this.
It actually means that one of the characters there are, like, better than the others. But we have to find out which one by people playing with it and which characters to use for each classes and see which one they think is the best.
That's the organism.
Yes.
And do you think that someone should be having an organism over this?
No.
I agree. I totally agree with you. So what would we suggest? What kind of help can we suggest to this person who...
Maybe we can get him a majority projection for World of Warcraft to see what characters he thinks might be organism for him.
Okay. Thank you, Blizzard, for once again forcing me to buy your game. The question here is, do you think that Blizzard actually goes into people's houses and puts a gun to their head and says, buy World of Warcraft or I'm going to shoot you?
No.
Of course not. So why does this guy feel like he's being forced to buy the game?
Maybe because he really wants to buy it, but he doesn't have enough money for it. Like, if, for example, if he has to get, like, a membership card, but if he doesn't have, like, that much money, like, if, for example, like, if it's $25 and he doesn't have enough, maybe, like, he really wants to buy it, but he doesn't have enough money, so he's trying to, like, force himself to get the money to buy it.
This seems so awesome. This may finally bring players back to Blizzard. Way better than pandas. Now, if you're going to go to the zoo, would you rather see a panda or a mouse?
Panda.
Exactly. So this guy is not really thinking right.
So I think he's hypothetically and personally lies a lot. He doesn't know the game well enough. Like, I don't think he even been in to a zoo. Like, if he had been in a zoo to see the mouse or pandas, he probably just wants to see the mouse because he thinks that pandas are.
Well, he likes
insane.
pandas, but I don't know what he's trying to say here.
Maybe he thinks that pandas are like crazy enough, even though
But
like
pandas are cool.
I know. Maybe he doesn't.
I like pandas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pandas are great. What is wrong with this guy?
Probably he's ethically crazy.
You think he's crazy?
Yes.
Now, we want to help people who are crazy. How can we do that?
By seeing like a hypothetically counselor for like people who come to their house, see what mostly World of Warcraft is mostly like pandas.
So basically we have to get him a counselor.
Yes.
Wow, this expansion looks incredible. This is pure proof that hindsight is 20/20 vision. Maybe due to the fact that they're actually implementing more into it this time. Actually, Warlords of Draenor, the fun, has gone on record as the most deleted content from concept to launch out of any given xpac ever. So this guy is 0 for 2 with trying to be right.
But for like example, like if he wants to be right, why wouldn't he actually, but maybe he's like telling things wrong, like, oh, I'm actually saying things right, like, oh, like for example, like with World of Warcraft, oh, this character is like insanely bad, but he's wrong. So if he's trying to be right, but he's not, because if he says that this character that he never used, saying that he's bad, how do you know? He didn't even try it.
I know, right? And he goes on to say, building and upgrading your own garrison, new race models instead of new races themselves, and more. And there's always that and more. You know, we're going to give you chiclets and more. We're going to give you McDonald's and more. Everybody likes and more, right?
Yep.
And I don't know, this actually looks worth getting. This is so funny because he is incredibly wrong.
I don't know, maybe he's like one of those characters that never, from World of Warcraft, that he never likes. Like, if he wants to be like playing a World of Warcraft and he wants to do everything wrong, he's gonna die in there.
Exactly. That's a good point. So
I think he should just do some quests before he actually plays the battlegrounds. Or practice. Like, do the practice, like, you know how, like, I did when I was, like, little, and I had to use the practice, like, shooting mouse and all that? Like, not shooting them, but, like, catching them? Mm-hmm. That.
I think we should just kind of throw them into arenas and raiding and just piss people off. I think that's a better idea. Yeah. This expansion seems so damn good. After MOP, this was needed. Missing TBC like hell, though. Also, 4 million people looked it up. So it's got a little bit of interest. What do you think of what this guy is saying here?
He's saying things that he might be interested in, but he's not for sure, so he wants to try it out.
Well, he's seems to be putting a lot of currency in the fact that 4 million people watched the video. So he's more concerned about what other people are thinking and not what he's thinking, right? That's not a good thing, is it? How can we recommend to help this man?
I think we could help this man think more positively instead of thinking for other people.
I will build a garrison in my guild's name. I mean, it really sucks that you couldn't do that in the past, but in December, when this is released, you can. You can build your own garrison. How awesome is that?
Awesome.
I don't think it's awesome at all, really. Everyone hated garrisons. If I did a survey and I said, how many people out there hate garrisons? Everybody would say, I hate garrisons.
But if garrisons, like, if everyone hates it, why would people want to, like, be a garrison?
Because they're brainwashed.
But if they weren't brainwashed, why would they still do it?
They're brainwashed.
But if they weren't,
they're called blizzbots.
But if they were brainwashed and they do not, what do you think will happen?
We got to get soap for people that are brainwashed.
So like if you release the brainwash, like mostly like eternally released, like all gone in the brainwash, what do you think? What else would happen? Like, do you think they still would be a garrison or not?
Yeah, there'll always be garrisons. Okay. Hello, and welcome to the World of Warcraft expansion announcement trailer comment psychology. In other words, he's going to analyze everyone's comments here. Okay, I'm digressing. This expansion pack is going to suck. This is going to happen with every expansion that's going to be released in the future. Warcraft has received the gift that keeps on giving, and that gift is crying every expansion announcement. Me, personally, I think this expansion could go both ways. It will be interesting to see what way Blizzard goes with the story. So he's making fun of everybody who's saying that this expansion is going to suck.
Yes.
And basically he's making...
And it's pretty much wrong.
No, he's right.
I mean, he's right and wrong, but he's right because everything does suck, but he's wrong because he's saying that everything is like crazy enough to like everything is like stinks and no one's good in the world. Well, some people are good, but they don't think right.
Usually that's people who get really, really excited about a new expansion pack because Blizzard basically just makes them wag their tail and get excited over stupid things.
Yep.
I went to the future to try this out. I did. I went to the future. I tried this out. It was actually pretty good. You can get a chariot mount pulled by goblins or gnomes, depending on your faction. Now, why would I go to the future and try out a future xpac? Because if I had the ability to go to the future, wouldn't I want to get the winning lottery numbers, pick winning horses,
Yes,
pick
you
the
would.
winner of the Super Bowl, of the World Series, and bet money. And I could bet so much money that I could buy Blizzard and I could fire all the stupid devs that do PvP.
So like you're saying like if you were like if you like bought Blizzard and you're playing it, and if you like were like a healer.
No, I'm going to go to the future. I'm not going to try to play the game because that's stupid. I'm going to put a lot of money on the Super Bowl, on the World Series, on horses, on lottery tickets. I'm going to build a fortune, and I'm going to buy Blizzard and
so
fire everybody.
So like if you're in the future, you're gonna buy it. You're gonna like destroy everyone that's like from the other team, like the red team or like the yellow team or whatever.
No, just the people that work at Blizzard who do PvP.